Little Giant Boxing.
Here with Rudy Hernandez, the one and only. Rudy, what the hell did you think about that tremendous fight between Naoya Inoue and Cardenas? Cardenas came to fight.
Of course. And after reading everything that I read over the weekend and comments, no, but based on some on them, and I think at the end of the day, it saved boxing. It saved boxing, the face of boxing, because those guys came to fight and they did what they were supposed to do: excite the public.
What did you make when Inoue got dropped in the second round?
He got hit. He got hit and got dropped, but like the great fighter that he is, he regrouped while he was taking the 8 count and got up and went on to destroy his opponent.
I was speaking to trainer Redman Edwards, and he's like, those guys like Inoue are from a different cloth, where they get dropped and guess what? They're still going to go forward and look for the knockout.
And that's exactly what he did. He's been dropped 2 times, and both times when he got dropped, he got up, and you shouldn't have hurt him, because he came back with a vengeance.
Right.
And he's won by knockout.
It's kind of like the Manny Pacquiao switch. Well, it's just like a switch that he has, that killer instinct.
Well, everybody talks about like, oh, he got dropped. I'm like, yeah, Muhammad Ali got dropped. Yeah. Sugar Ray Leonard got dropped. Tommy Hearns got dropped.
Floyd got dropped too. They just didn't count.
Well, no, Floyd got dropped. No.
He got dropped by Judah, and then he got dropped because of his hand injury.
Okay, the only time that he got dropped was he took a knee on his own.
Right.
Because he hurt his hand against Famoso Hernandez.
Right.
Not because he got hit,
right,
but because he was injured and he took a 8 count.
What you're trying to say is great fighters get dropped. It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. It's how they react. Great fighters get dropped. Great fighters stand up and fight. And look what he did. Do you underestimate him? Does he lose points because he got dropped?
I know he grabbed his balls and he kept moving forward.
He got dropped, turns around, looks at his corner, and listens to him. Yeah, I'm okay. Don't worry about it. We got this. And he got up and did what he does. He won.
He closed the show
by knockout, and impressive. He left no doubt. That's why I consider him to be the best fighter in the world today. Mm-hmm. He's pound for pound the #1 guy.
Right. And obviously your fighter, Junto Nakatani, it looks like.
Why you guys always got to bring up Junto Nakatani against Inoue right now?
It's going to be the biggest fight in Japanese boxing history when those two
we have a fight on June the 8th. And I'm not looking at anything beyond June the 8th.
Let's talk about June 8th for those who don't know.
Well, June 8th, he's fighting Nishida for they're unifying the belts. Nishida is the IBF champion of the world, and Junto is the WBC. And so it's a unification bout, and it's I see it as I think it's a fight that can take Junto to another level. And when I say another level, I'm hoping that we have a great performance. And so he is one of the top 10 fighters in the world.
Right.
And so he has to show why.
Exactly. How does it feel that obviously Junto and Inoue, I was just talking to a friend, are both in the pound for pound as 2 Japanese fighters?
That's what, if that fight should take place, it would be the first time in the history of Japanese boxing also that 2 Japanese fighters in the top pound for pound list in the world would be fighting each other.
I'm gonna have to take out my passport and head to Japan.
Nice. I think it's a win-win for everybody, for the fighters, for the public, for boxing.
For the history of Japan.
For boxing, let's just say boxing worldwide, man, because at the end of the day, you're looking at 2 guys that come to fight. They come to win. And we train to be the best that we can be. Come fight times, there's not a single fight that we've been in that there has an excuse. No excuses. We train to be ready. Mm-hmm. And we train to have Junto be the best that he can be that night. Mm-hmm. Because who's to say that 2 weeks before the fight, that fight gets canceled and he has to fight a taller guy or a shorter guy, a runner, a fighter? We don't know. We have no idea. So I train Junto to be the best that he can be, and he's in shape.
From what I've seen, from what I've heard, from what you told me, Junto's dedication is 100% there. He's focused. I don't even think he's in his prime yet. Maybe he's getting to his prime, but basically he's approaching his apex.
I think he's in his prime now. He's 27 years old, and I think he's stronger now. I think he's not only is he smarter, but he's also stronger. But he's also very, very particular about what he does and how he does it and where he does. You know, and he's not wasting time or punches. He doesn't throw just to throw. He's already have a target,
Right.
and he's gonna set it up and he'll execute.
I mean, I can't wait to see if that fight materializes. But right now, the date is June 8th, you said, correct?
He's fighting on June the 8th. And when I was told that there's a possibility that he could be fighting Naoya Inoue, I got nervous because I got butterflies in my stomach because I personally consider, again, Inoue the best fighter in the world because he's always fought to challenge to be great.
Right.
And it's not about opponent. If he can knock the opponent out in 2 rounds, he'll knock him out. If he goes 6 rounds, it's 6 rounds. But he's not looking to Crawford, I like Crawford. I think Crawford is a great fighter.
Right.
But Crawford, sometimes, why should I watch 10 rounds of Crawford's fight when I see that he can knock the guy out in 2-3 rounds? But he fights on his terms, and he's never on. He seems to always be like on third speed when you have 5 gears.
Right.
And he'll stay at 3, and then he'll pick it up maybe at the end and knock the guy out in the 10th round. I don't like to waste my time.
Right.
Because I would rather see something else.
Right. So Junto Nakatani, look out for him. Something's brewing, a big fight in the near future, right?
Knock on wood. And I hope that fight does take place. I was hoping it would take place in December, but I'm told that that may not be a possibility. But that maybe it will be like in April or May of next year.
Either way, it's a humongous fight.
It would be the greatest fight in Japan's history.
I don't doubt it. I'll be there.
Two
witness it.
pound for pound fighters, and consider the top 10 in the world. They're both in the top 10 in the world.
For those who know, how big is this fight in Japan for the Japanese public?
It'll be a sold-out arena at the Tokyo Dome.
Which is how many people? Over 50,000, right?
Like 50,000.
Which is a lot of people. And I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, you have to enter a raffle to buy tickets because not everyone...
I heard something like that as well.
Right.
And I really believe that it won't be boring.
No.
It won't be a boring
no.
fight.
No.
Those guys are going to...
They're going to leave it all in the ring.
They're going to perform, and they're going to bring us back. They're going to bring back boxing to what we used to see before. Great fights. And I think that's a great fight.
It's going to be their own version of Javier
Yes.
Hearns.
Or Chico Corrales and
Jose Luis
Luis Castillo. All the excitements and stuff, fights where two great fighters showing why they're considered the best in their division.
Wow, beautiful.